What's up, everybody? Welcome to NASCAR Fantasy Live, the show that will help you win your fantasy league this week. I'm Alan Cavanna, joined by Amy Long. Amy, we only have 2 more weeks left in the season. It's kind of sad to say. We are heading to Martinsville, though. But first, let's take a look back at Kansas because, Amy, I'm still bragging. I'm still on a roll. I went all in with Hendrick's speed at Kansas. It paid off once again. I'm just on a fantasy hot streak right now. How'd you do, Amy?
Yeah, I'd say, Alan, super impressive picks several weeks in a row. I'm claiming guilty by association just by knowing you. My team did all right. I did have your pick of Tyler Reddick on my roster, and right now he's making watching on Sundays extra exciting. So really glad that I had Reddick out there. Kyle Larson sealed the deal with a 3-peat in Kansas. 31% of you had him in your lineups. I was not one of them because I only have one Larson start left. But now on to the cutoff race at Martinsville Speedway to decide who's going to run for the championship in Phoenix. As always, Alan and I start by going head to head. We give you our sure bets, someone sure to earn you some points this week. And 2 races remain in the 21 season, and there's sure to be some mayhem. Martin and Martinsville might seem like an easy pick here, but it also aligns with the fact that I'm running low on playoff driver starts over here. Not to mention his last 5 starts in Virginia, he's claimed 3 wins and 4 top 10s, including this year's spring race. So he knows what he's doing out there. He's on the outside looking in on the bubble, advancing to the championship floor. If that's not motivation, I don't know what is. His odds to win this weekend are 4-1.
All right, not bad. I'm going with another bubble driver, Amy, because I love this week. It's bringing in different drivers, people we haven't talked about in a few weeks, frankly, but I'm going with the 12 car, Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney led a ton of laps here at Martinsville in the spring. We know he's got the speed. We know he's got the skill, but most importantly, he has to be up front all day. He has to force himself up there for some stage points. That's the position that he's in. Points are what you want. Of course, I like Denny. Of course, I like Chase, but they've got a buffer. Maybe they don't have to force the issue as much. Ryan Blaney needs to be up front all day, collecting stage points. That means big points for your team as well. I think you should start Ryan Blaney this weekend at Martinsville. All right, that's who Amy and I think you should start. Let's talk about who maybe you should keep on the bench. Amy, I'm going to cheat a little bit here and say any non-playoff driver. Just keep them off your team. I know that sounds a little easy, but look, we're late in the season. We only have 2 races left. If you have starts with playoff drivers left, use them. Use them or lose them, right? They are there for a reason. They are good for a reason. They are playoff drivers for a reason. Put them on your team. We're running out of time here. If you want a good time, make sure those drivers are on your team this weekend, Amy.
Yep, use them if you got them. Great advice, Alan. On the flip side, if you're feeling in your bones that one of those playoff drivers might be in contention next week in Phoenix, make sure you have at least 1 start left before locking them in. That's the case with Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson in my playbook. This is Larson's toughest track, and he knows that, so I'm no hard feelings there. But this is also where Chase Elliott locked himself into the championship for last season. Something to think about there. Just use your strategy wisely. As Alan said, use them if you got them, but then again, remember, you only get a couple of starts for each of these drivers. All right, let's talk some Hail Marys on this weekend's All Hallows Eve race. And I'm looking at Brad Keselowski for some fantasy points. In the last 5 starts out at Martinsville, Keselowski's led the 2nd most laps out of every active driver at 454 laps, only second to Martin Truex Jr. here. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to take the checkers, but he's likely to gain you some points, Alan. His odds to win this weekend are 8-1.
Yeah, and look, if you got to dig deep for a Hail Mary, if you can't start a playoff team or a playoff driver, give Eric Almirola a try. Look, the 10 team, I know they've struggled, but where they have performed this year are the 750 horsepower tracks like Martinsville. Remember what he did at New Hampshire, a flat track like Martinsville? The 10 car went out and won. If you have to dig deep, why not give Eric Almirola a try as your Hail Mary this weekend? Maybe something good will happen. Now, those who are your picks for your roster, don't forget about the bonus picks. They can really add to your total each week and really help. I don't know if Denny gets the overall win, Denny Hamlin, but for me, I think he's going to be the top Toyota. He's the fastest car on 750 horsepower tracks this year. For me, the top Toyota is Denny Hamlin. Amy?
Yeah, his odds are looking pretty good. I'm calling on Chase Elliott as top performing Chevrolet over here. All right, 2 races left, 2 more chances to show off your fantasy lineups. Tweet us using the hashtag Fantasy Live. We want to see who you've got earning you some points out in Martinsville before the big finale. Lock them in before the green flag drops.
Yes, set those lineups and then make sure you watch the race 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Martinsville will be on NBC. Good luck this weekend.